There is no faster way to be poor than to try and look rich. The happiest and most financially secure retirees don't chase appearances. They embrace a surprising mindset shift that flips the script on everything we know about money and happiness. It's called looking poor, and it might just be the key to retiring richer, both financially and emotionally. So let me explain why. Retirement is supposed to be the ultimate freedom, a time when you stop worrying about what others think and finally focus on enjoying life. But for many retirees, it doesn't feel that way. Instead, they find themselves stuck in a different kind of rat race, trying to maintain appearances. Now, here's the problem. Trying to look successful can rob you of that freedom. It keeps you trapped in the same pressures you faced while working. Maybe even worse, because you're no longer earning an income to get you out of a hole. There's a reason people say wealth is quiet, rich is loud, and poor is flashy. When we focus on appearances, we become prisoners constantly chasing more to feel satisfied. But the truth is, you never catch up. But here's the crazy thing. This constant pressure to look successful isn't just a bad habit. It's part of a cycle psychologists call the hedonic treadmill. And here's how it works. We desire something new, like a bigger house or a fancy car. We strive to get it, we obtain it, and for a brief moment, we enjoy it. We get that immediate dopamine hit, which our brain's reward system, it's highlighting, making you feel really good about the purchase. But then we adapt to it. That shiny thing is no longer feeling so special, and so what do? We desire something else, something more, and the cycle starts all over again. And breaking free from this cycle starts with changing what you value. The looking poor mindset helps you step off the treadmill by redefining success. It's no longer about what you own, it's about controlling your time, living authentically, and finding happiness in the things that truly matter, because that's real freedom. So let's talk about how trying to look rich can quietly derail your retirement plans, even when you don't realize it. So I had a client, a couple who retired early because they were done with the rat race. They wanted freedom, time together, and the ability to travel. And in the first year, they were thriving. Their needs were met, and they were more happy than ever. But a few years in, I noticed something troubling. They had started accumulating some credit card debt. And it wasn't a huge amount at first, but enough to catch my attention. And I helped them cover it by transferring some extra money from their investment accounts, but it didn't stop there. In one of our meetings, they told me about plans for a massive home renovation, like remodeling their kitchen and master bathroom with a price tag north of 6 figures. And here's the kicker. They were still traveling constantly, barely spending any time at home. So I asked them, why do you feel the need to do this now? And their answer revealed something deeper. They weren't remodeling for themselves. They wanted their home to be updated, look fresh and impressive. They didn't realize it, but they were stuck on the hedonic treadmill, desiring something new, obtaining it, and then adapting to it, and then chasing the next thing. And when I gently pointed this out to them, one of them even said, well, maybe I'll just go back to work and pay for it. So I want you to think about that for a moment. They had worked so hard to escape the rat race, but here they were, ready to jump right back in just to fund a project that did not align with their original goals. And that was a wake-up call, not just for them, but for me as well. I reminded them why they had retired in the first place, to have freedom, to spend time together, and to travel. A fancy kitchen or a bathroom wasn't going to bring them what they wanted. What they truly valued was already within their reach, but they had been distracted by the chase for new and better. So what's the lesson here? Wealth isn't about what you spend, it's about what you value. And having financial margin, which is the extra room in your finances, makes it easier to align your spending with your priorities. Margin means fewer money worries, less stress, and more freedom to enjoy the life you've worked so hard to build. Now, we've talked about chasing appearances can derail your finances, but let's dig deeper into what really makes people happy in retirement. Because here's the thing, it's not just about spending less, it's about spending intentionally. Let me share with you some fascinating research from behavior finance expert Daniel Crosby. He points out that how you spend your money can dramatically impact your happiness. For example, let's say you buy a new Lamborghini tomorrow and you show it off to your neighbors. At first it might feel amazing. There's a peak in happiness, but of course it doesn't last long. The car gets dinged, the novelty wears off, and suddenly it's just a thing sitting in your garage. Now compare that to someone who buys a car to join a car club. Maybe they splurge on an antique Porsche, but it's not just about the car. It's about what the car gives them. They join a community of like-minded people, meet up for events, and build relationships. That kind of spending creates something lasting, real connection and purpose. It's not about the object, it's about the relationships and the experiences it unlocks. And adopting the looking poor mindset is more than just a financial strategy. It's a way to bring your life into alignment with what truly matters. So when you shift your focus from impressing others to investing in relationships, experiences, and purpose, you create a life that is not only financially secure, but also deeply fulfilling. The happiness that you get from those investments doesn't fade like the dopamine rush of a new purchase. It'll stay with you. But there's something else you need to know. Most people don't actually run out of money in retirement, but they still worry about it constantly. And that fear leads to decisions that can derail your happiness and financial security. And it's often rooted in some of the biggest retirement spending lies people believe. So in my next video, we'll tackle those myths head on, like why you probably won't spend your last dollar and how a flexible spending plan can help you avoid financial disaster while still enjoying retirement to the fullest. If you've ever worried about running out of money or making mistakes with your retirement spending, then this video will give you the clarity and confidence you need. I'll see you over there right now.